We all have a story to tell. A gem of wisdom, a little tale, or just something to make you laugh. Do you want to hear some? Then welcome to Anecdotes. I'm Lisa Mackle-Smith, and today we're at Sea Beavers visiting with Johnny Rock, actor, comedian, DJ, voiceover artist. You know what? Let's let him tell the story. Well, Johnny, auditioning is an important part of the acting process. Are there some auditions that stand out for you?
Oh, let's see. Well, they all stand out, basically. An actor, that's what we do, audition. You know, sometimes I say I audition for a living. But there is one particular audition that really stands out. That it was for I Love You, Philip Morris with Jim Carrey, which I did land a role in. However, I had driven down from Shreveport. I was living in Shreveport at the time, and came into New Orleans and auditioned for I Love You, Philip Morris. And I was auditioning for the part of a trustee. And I read my lines, and then the casting director says, Johnny, would you mind waiting outside for a minute? And I'm like, well, sure, you know, that's good, you know, wait outside, you know, good sign. So I go outside, and everybody's in the waiting room. They're like, what's going on? I said, well, they told me to wait outside for a minute. They go, oh, I wonder what they're talking about. Well, 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by, and about 15 minutes later, the lady comes back out, and she goes, Johnny, can I talk to you over here for a minute? I'm like, okay. So I get up and go over, and she goes, there's another role that we'd like you to read for. We think you'd be perfect for it. I'm like, okay. And she goes, there is one thing though. I'm like, okay. She goes, well, there's some gay overtones to it. I said, well, wait. What I hear you telling me is that there's a part that you think I'd be perfect for, and there's some gay overtones to it. She goes, well, what we mean to say is that we like your voice and we like your look for this role. I said, okay. And she goes, there's one more thing. I said, okay. She goes, in this scene, you'd be getting it doggy style from Jim Carrey. I'm like, oh, man. She goes, do you have a problem with that? I said, I said, I don't know, you know, I've been waiting for my big break. And it is Jim Carrey.
Right.
It is Jim Carrey. And it is just acting, right? She goes, oh, yeah, it's okay, yeah, I'll do it. So, and then, of course, she told me what the line would be, and I don't think I could mention the line here on Anecdotes. But when she told me that, the line, I was like, oh, no. So I don't know if I want to be that guy where people come up on the street and go, hey, you're the guy that, come on, say it. No, I can't say it. But what happened was a name actor stepped up and wanted that role, so I was like, and they gave me another role, so it worked out good. I got to hit Jim Carrey in the face with a phone, and he was real fun to work with. So.
Well, are there any other stories from when you were on set? Did you have any experiences meeting other actors or?
Oh wow, yeah. That's one of the fun things is working with some of the actors that you looked up to and that you watch all the time. I was working on the set of Expendables 2, and we were all pretty excited about Sylvester Stallone showing up that day. He was going to be doing a walkthrough, and I was like, man, Sylvester Stallone's going to be here. Well, I do an impression of Sylvester Stallone. I thought it'd be kind of neat to do my impression of Sylvester for Sylvester Stallone. So lo and behold, the big day comes where, okay, Sylvester's supposed to be showing up on set that day, and me and about 5 other friends were standing outside the soundstage, and we're just standing in a circle talking, and sure enough, he walks right out the door, right here, and he's got his sunglasses on, his cigar, and had his entourage with him. And he looked right at me, and he goes, hey, how you doing? But he kept on walking, you know. He's like, it was a question, but he didn't wait for a response. It was just like one of those, hey, how you doing? You know, so he's like, hey, how you doing? And he kept on walking, so I went, yeah, I'm doing all right, how you doing? And he just stopped. He stopped dead, and he goes, that's pretty good. I'm like, yeah, all right. So we were all high-fiving, so he was real cool to work with, too, you know. So.
Well, what are some projects that you have coming up in the future?
Let's see, I made a cheat sheet here, so I wouldn't forget anything. I have, Dark Blue, I've already filmed. Dark Blue is coming out this year, The Victory Lounge, and also Barracuda. And Barracuda's already done the film circuit and film festival and won several awards. Just shot a pilot called Wino, which is wet in New Orleans. And so we hope that gets picked up. And coming up now, I have Jay, who is short film that I'll be doing. China White, I'll be filming early this year. Keystroke Killer, the TV series. And just got booked day before yesterday on a horror film called Fright Farm. Yes, Fright Farm. So 2013 looks like it's going to be good so far.
It sounds really busy. What's your favorite kind of film to shoot? Your favorite genre?
I kind of like playing the opposite of what I am, you know. I enjoyed working on the Victory Lounge because I was the owner of the Victory Lounge, and I was real butthead, I guess you could say, you know. And I'm not a butthead. Am I? No. You know, the character's just real, you know, it doesn't want to have anything to do with anybody. Don't bother me. And he thinks his club is like a Las Vegas type club, and it's really a little hole in the wall. So I like something that stretches my ability, you know.
Yeah. Well, I have to ask you, will you do your Wolfman Jack impression for me?
I will do my Wolfman Jack. And I'll tell you a quick story.
Okay.
So I'll do my Wolfman in the story. I got to meet Wolfman Jack just about 3 months before he passed away. And at the time, I was working at a radio station in San Antonio called Kono, K-O-N-O. And it was an oldie station. I was doing a takeoff on Wolfman Jack. And so I got to meet him, and I approached him. I shook his hand. I said, let me just tell you, ever since I was 13 years old and I saw you on the Midnight Special and in American Graffiti, that's right, it was American Graffiti I first saw him. I said, I've been a big fan. In fact, I do an impression of you, and I have a radio show out of San Antonio. I was curious if you ever got any feedback. And he goes, as a matter of fact, I heard about this McDonald's commercial you did. I said, did you really? He goes, did you do some McDonald's commercials? I said, yeah. He goes, well, I guess I heard about it. Where's my check? I said, oh, come on, Wolf. So that was really neat to meet him, you know. But in a recent survey, people asked if rock and roll music affected their hearing. 10% said yes, 13% said no. Everybody else just didn't hear the question.
That's great. Thank you for watching this episode of Anecdotes. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with the show. And if you have a story to tell and would like to tell it here, then email us at anecdotesnola@lafilm.net. See you next time.